a while ago, I made a short video entitled "I Hate Windows 8," and there were some detractors who sent me emails and shit and said, "Oh yeah, well, why would you hate Windows 8? All you got to do is learn to use it, and this, that, and the other." And I can't help but wonder why certain people are allowed to reproduce. But in any event, now I can make a new video entitled "I Hate Windows 8.1." I don't understand who the fuck Microsoft has working for them who comes up with this shit. And this is how they fucked up Xbox One. And there's a lot of people who love posting, angry comments on my my anti-PS4 videos and whatnot. And I will concede this point. The friends and party system was so much easier to use on Xbox 360. And part of the reason why Xbox One, in my opinion, is difficult to use, and it just, some things that they designed in it didn't make any sense. They would have done way better if they had just not touched the Xbox 360's friends and party list setup. But they tried to make the Xbox One look like goddamn Windows 8. And I understand that they were trying to make everything look coherent between the Xbox One and the Windows Phone and the computers. The problem is, the only company that actually makes an easy-to-use, coherent user interface is Apple. Android does their best to copy Apple, but even they can't go so far without getting sued every other week by Apple. Now, here's why I'm angry. Now, this is the first time I'm going to make a video about this. This is why I'm angry. When you're looking for apps, like for instance, I just installed Microsoft Office, right? So let's say you see these tiles, right? Word, PowerPoint. I had to actually put these fucking tiles here. Now, this is what bothers me. Microsoft Office, had I been using what is it called? Windows XP. When you installed it, it would have shown up right here on this main screen. You wouldn't have had to go any further than this main screen. You would have seen where it says new installed programs, and you would have seen that right about here in the bottom of the screen. You would have seen that when you go to the start menu. You would have seen all new programs that have just been installed. These motherfuckers at fucking Microsoft, they took that out, and still when you click this thing, you still go back here, which is not where I want to be. And you still have to you have to hold Windows button and C to get this charms bar, just so on the left you can see how you're gonna, the devices and all this. I don't understand, why the fuck are you hiding this stuff? It's just stupid. Why are you hiding things? In fact, on this screen, there's absolutely no way to see a bar that allows you to search. There's no search bar here. Why is there no search bar? So when I'm looking for things in Microsoft Office, like for instance, I haven't added. I think there's a part of Windows Office called Visual. So if I have to type, I just start typing anywhere because there's no search bar. And if I type Viz or VIS, and then I keep going, Visual, or maybe even Vizio, because I'm not really. Let me see. To demonstrate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of Excel, just to demonstrate what I'm talking about. If you unpin from the start menu, right? Now, if I wanted to find Excel, Excel doesn't just show up, and because there's no all programs list, what you have to do is you have to type Excel. You just type it anywhere, EXCEL, and then the search bar actually comes up. So then you have to wait until it finds Excel. Once it finds Excel, you have to go over to Excel, you have to right-click on it, and then tell it to pin to the start bar. Once it pins to the start bar, and keep in mind, I've added these things manually, then you got to go over to it, you got to drag this shit over here so that you can make it coherent, you can put all your Office documents in the same place. Now, why, considering that ever since I used the old Windows, before Windows XP, why is it that they've complicated this shit so much? Why is it that they're trying to hide everything? Apple doesn't hide everything. Android doesn't hide everything. In fact, Android, they put right up in the corner, they make it so that there's a huge button that says, voice search or search. And they make it easy. Why the fuck are they hiding stuff? So, for instance, I just installed the Facebook Lite app, and that has a lot of bad reviews, and I don't know whether or not it's Facebook that has bad reviews or if it's the Windows app for Facebook that has bad reviews. But it's so complicated. It doesn't need to be this complicated, and that's what it just doesn't make any fucking sense. Then if you want to see more apps, unless you go to the Microsoft Office store, you have to go down here and you click that button, and you have to go to the store app, and that's the store app right there. And if you click the store app, which I'm gonna want to pin to the taskbar, I'm gonna that's find and start. See, now you gotta figure out all this shit. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like, why the fuck do they gotta do this and make it so complicated? In fact, why are some of these things different sizes? If you're gonna make them, if you're gonna make all these apps, why not just make? I don't even know where to start. It's just they act like they're trying to be Apple. They act like they're trying to be Android, and they do a shitty fucking job of it. It's passable if you have a touchscreen interface, which this laptop does not. It's passable if you're using Xbox One. It's passable on a touchscreen. It gets unnecessarily complicated. That's my complaint. When you go to the regular screen, where is the My Documents? Where's the My Photos? Where's the My Music? Where's the My Computer? Why do I have to find every fucking thing? Now, I know shortcuts based upon, mastering Windows XP. Like if you go right up here and you type in C and then you type in double, backslash and whatnot, you can get to C program files, and then you can sneak past all the shit that they fucking made it right here. You have to type C in order to get into the and it says I can't fucking find it. I don't even fucking remember how to do this shit. It's like they just make it so fucking complicated, and this is part of the reason why I'm comfortable using Windows Vista. I'm comfortable using Windows 8, not Windows 8, but Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows XP. I like everything but fucking 8. They tried to make it look pretty, it looks okay, but ultimately it's unnecessarily fucking complicated. It's like, what were they thinking? And then what kills me is when you start looking online, there's a lot of let me see, if I do the charms bar, maybe I'll find it there, like where it says devices. Yeah, if you look online, there's a lot of these Wall Street people who've made up a bunch of what is it called? All these Market Watch reports that say, oh yeah, well the PC is dying, and PC sales are decreasing, and the PC is going to die. Guess what, guys? The PC is not going to die, because when it comes to actually getting work done, Microsoft Office is probably the #1 work program. The reason why PC sales have gone down is because a lot of people have returned computers that they purchased because this fucking shit is so complicated. It's cute and all, but it's complicated. And then when you think about Apple's computers are extremely expensive. If you want to buy even the smallest, cheapest computer, you're still spending $1,000. Meanwhile, I just got 2 computers for $300 a piece. Let me tell you something. Microsoft, I don't know who they have working there. I don't know who's in charge. But they need to start firing these motherfuckers. They really do. They need to start firing these assholes. And they need to go back to the basics. You can put in your security and your extra software and run all of that shit in the background. But stop fucking up the user interface. I shouldn't have to. I should be able to pick this thing up, and I should be able to just go right back to work as if I was using Microsoft XP. I shouldn't have to fucking relearn this whole goddamn thing. I just want to get to work. That's all I want to do. So I got to go through all of this nonsense, and I got to fucking go through all these silly tiles and shit just to find simple programs. And then the hidden shit is hidden. So unless I know to look for these apps like this and say, yeah, I need you to pen this to start, unless I know to do that, how is a layperson? How is a layperson supposed to know that? Why is this so motherfucking complicated? Why? I tell you, I like Windows Vista, and until my computer burns out, I'm going to keep using Windows Vista. And with my other computers, the smaller ones, I'm gonna keep using Windows XP. This shit is so fucking complicated, and I like, have posting those people who post videos that show people trying to figure out everything when they're just getting a Windows 8, and they've been used to using XP, but it's just ridiculous. And you think Microsoft would have woke the fuck up and fixed this? It's frustrating. It makes me angry, and I don't have any qualms about talking bad about it and bad about the people who threw this shit together, because it's just, to me, it's just fucking stupid, and I don't understand why they're doing this. They're ruining the user interface. Don't ruin the user interface. If your user interface is easy to use, it helps make up for lacks of good software. I mean, you should have learned something from Apple. Everybody can talk all the shit they want about Apple, but Apple has an interface so easy to use that somebody who's never used a computer before can learn the Apple interface. If you don't believe it, take a child, hand them an Android phone like a Galaxy 5, and then hand them a similar-sized iPhone, I guess you could say an iPad mini, and see which one they find is easier to use. It's the Apple. And, ultimately, when people just need to work, it's all about the user interface. But that's my rant. I hope this gets to Microsoft. I hope it gets to their corporate department. I hope they have to sit and listen to all the people on YouTube and the internet who are pissed off at what they've done. And I hope some people get fired for this. I really do, because I tell you, there's no way I would buy another computer and have to use this fucking shit unless I was just playing video games. There's just no way. No way. It's annoying, and it's frustrating, and it's stupid.